First Federal program on WROI Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
It is Friday morning.
Morning, Paul.
Morning, Evan.
See me smiling really big?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Hard to tell if someone's mad or happy anymore.
Well, you just got to know the person.
That's right. I'm always happy.
Yes, you are. I haven't seen you not happy yet.
Hey, we got to have the lights on in the studio when we get started. It must be fall.
Yep.
Just turned fall, I think.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to
Earlier
feel like
this week.
fall, though, this weekend, is it?
No. Looking at mid-80s.
This may be your last chance to get your summer activities finished up. Scratch the itch one more time.
Yeah.
Hiking, camping? What's your pleasure?
Swimming.
Swimming?
Mine will probably just be working out in the yard.
Yeah, that's a good one. Getting the grass ready
Yeah.
for the winter.
What little grass I have.
We had a baby possum in our little fire escape thing in our basement last night, so I had to get the gloves on and rescue the poor little guy.
You didn't see the mom?
No, thankfully I didn't. I had someone watching my six, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I heard John Schaefer rescued a big possum at the bank a couple days ago while we were golfing, yeah.
That was news. That's newsletter worthy.
I told him we need some pictures and stuff like that.
Some evidence.
I'm not sure it met the kind of end the baby one did last night, but we can interview John about that later. Tanner, are you going to be doing some outside activities this weekend?
Hoping to get on the golf course a little bit, and going to be selling some pumpkins for Habitat for Humanity on Sunday from 11 to 2.
Boy, their selling location looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think they've done pretty well this year with that.
I love that they have that consistent location, and
it looks fully stocked, at least
sure does.
From the eye of the road. So.
A lot of hands go into making that possible. Thanks for working on that.
I'm happy to help.
I also love the decorations that you can get for your business, the fall decorations that they put together. It's cool. Okay, state of Indiana is now in recovery stage 5. That sounds like an addiction thing. It's not, okay? Yeah, so the guidelines got released yesterday on that. I think it was announced maybe Wednesday.
It was announced Wednesday and it becomes official at midnight tonight.
Okay, we're all ready for it.
Me too.
That's a good sign, though. You like to see things progressing, even if it's at a walking pace, you know?
You gotta walk before you can run, right?
So wise. Hey, we got some fun guests this morning. We've had them on before. Famous here in Fulton County. Ginny Moriarty from Fulton County United Way, our executive director there, and Todd Sickel. I think he's the campaign chair, board member. So we'll be talking with them. If it's fall and we got the lights on in here, then that means it's probably United Way campaign time.
Yeah.
So we'll hear about the campaign this year, and I don't know if anything will look different for the campaign with COVID. Seems like everything looks a little bit different this year, so maybe they got some insight for us on that, on how that's going to work. But trivia.
Let's do it.
Okay, it's about one of the people that was part of the Brian song story. Is that right, Tanner?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know who they are, Paul?
Have
Brian
you seen the
song?
movie or read the book? No.
Oh, man. Okay. There's a couple good movies about it. An old one and a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, you know Gale Sayers from Chicago Bears, running back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think he played in the 60s?
67.
Okay, 60s maybe. He was awesome, but he didn't play very long.
Knee injury before technology was around to save his career.
When they really had to cut the knee up?
Yeah, when a torn ACL was.
7 knee surgeries?
7 years.
Oh, 7 years of play.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting some misinformation here. It's hard to see the mouths. We're doing some. Yeah, sign language. Okay. He passed away on Wednesday at the age of 77, Gale Sayers. He was a great businessman, too, after his career, by the way. And was in this area quite a bit. What was his nickname? A, Sweetness. And Todd's not allowed to answer this. B, the Fridge, because he was a big Bears fan. Or C, the Kansas Comet. Okay? I'll have that answer in a little bit. Let's keep going with the sports. I like sports trivia. This is great. We don't do it all the time. We try not to hog it. Yeah, that's great.
Tanner knows you can most likely stump me on.
You got my plan for it a little bit.
Bring in the big gun.
Yeah, we got a lot of sports going on right now locally
Wait,
and,
what?
and nationally.
You
And
haven't said that very often.
I know it's starting to really ramp up, so it's exciting. Got a lot of high school football going on tonight. A lot of TRC action. Got Peru, who's 4-1. They'll be making a visit up here to Rochester, who's 0-3. Still looking for their first victory. Pre-game, I assume, 6:30.
Yes, sir.
We got the time right. It's only taken me a couple weeks this year to get the time right. So.
I know. I'm impressed.
They've got the Tippecanoe Valley Vikings, which I'm sure, lady to my left, I'm sure her household's been in a good mood this week after the big bell.
That was a great
The
game.
bell victory, 54-0, the largest deficit in the history of the bell.
Ooh,
Wow.
no, 57-0.
57, not
From
4.
about 82 or 81.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna blame my dad on that. He told me, yeah, he told me.
Yeah, he should've known that.
Yeah,
You
he
should know
misspoke,
that.
so
Some connections
so
there.
I'm blaming him, and I'm
Okay.
sure he'll text me momentarily. But they'll be taking on the Wicco Wildcats tonight on the road at Wicco, so that should be a good one. Both teams are 3-2. Winamax 1-4. They'll also be playing another team who's 1-4. That's Culver. We'll be traveling to Culver tonight. And Caston, who is 1-4, is going to be traveling to North White, who's 1-3. So a lot of good matchups going on tonight.
Yeah.
So make sure you tune into a Friday night high school football game. And the local professional football teams are both in action on Sunday. The Colts will be hosting the Jets, who, in my opinion, are the worst team in the league.
Ooh,
But
gangrene.
you still got to show up and make sure you take them seriously, because the Colts sometimes have a problem of playing down to their competition, but they also can play up to their competition, so it's kind of
You're
give
right.
and take. The Colts are 10.5-point favorites, which is a huge line for an NFL game.
How many interceptions will Rivers have this week, do you think? Let's say over under.
You got to throw at least one.
Yeah, I think it's a 1.5 over under then, yeah.
If you're asking a Bronco fan, so I have a strong opinion of that. So. And then the Chicago Bears, off to a 2-0 start, they travel to Atlanta, who's 0-2, coming off a horrific
Ooh,
loss to the Dallas
I
Cowboys.
swore they won that game because I didn't watch it to the end.
They're getting the reputation as chokers, kind of, in the NFL. It's not a good one to have. So.
No, it's not.
Well, the Bears will play one good half, so we'll see
Yeah.
if that's enough to win
And
it.
the Falcons are favored at home by 3.5 points.
They've put up a lot of points this year so far.
Matt Ryan will always put up a lot of yards, so they got a good offense. But should be an interesting one if the Bears can get that one under their belt. 3-0 start to go a long way. And college football news, number 7 Notre Dame was supposed to play at Wake Forest tomorrow. That game has been postponed due to Notre Dame pausing football activity due to some COVID issues. I don't know if the numbers are higher or lower now, but earlier this week they had 10 players in isolation and 13 others in quarantine.
Oh, wow.
So a big spread within their team there, and you can't do anything except pause activities when that many people get it. So how many ever their roster has. So we'll see when that game is played. They could, if everybody's healthy by next week, they could play on next week because both teams are supposed to have a bye week next week.
Oh, that'd be
So
convenient,
they
wouldn't
could
it?
just slide that a week later, or they both have an opening in December. So I'm sure it'll get played if they can. And I'm all Purdue'd up today after the news that their All-American wide receiver Rondell Moore is opting back into play.
Come
So
on.
it's exciting for maybe everybody except Indiana fans. Yeah, I didn't know if it was going to happen or not. There was kind of some rumblings last week.
Okay.
He hadn't signed with an agent. He was still taking online classes, on track to graduate 2.5 years in December.
Wow.
And he decided, he said he originally opted out because he didn't feel safe playing without the proper safety procedures. And when the Big Ten announced last week that they were going to restart, and they had all these other protocols and procedures in place, he felt more comfortable playing for not only him but his mother. So he's back and should really boost Purdue's offense and overall for their team. So
Well, that's great.
yeah, very
news,
excited
actually.
because if he has a good year, it should be his last year in college. He should pursue the NFL like he was going to
It really wasn't fair that for Purdue that he was only going to be there a couple of years. So
Yeah,
this is a lot
we only
better.
got 16 games out of him, so if we can get nine or 10 more, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
So, and hopefully, he said he's going to try to prove to the NFL that he's the best wide receiver in the nation. That's his goal.
Okay.
So, we'll see. And the Cubs and White Sox have both clinched playoff berths.
It hasn't happened the same year very many times. I wish we had that for
I
trivia.
believe 08 was the last time, because that's the last time the White Sox made the playoffs, and I believe the Cubs made it that year.
Okay.
But I think. I could be wrong. Somebody's gonna fact check me, and I'm probably wrong, but
I would look it up, but, you know, you might
Yeah.
accuse me of trying to find it.
Yeah, we don't want to get into any
yeah.
bears googling
No,
over there.
exactly.
Paul.
Chicago, see, could be, you could
Yeah.
easily.
Not good.
Got some tidbits here this morning, just a couple. On this day in 1789, the U.S. Congress proposed the Bill of Rights, which ultimately would be passed, and is what it is today. On this day in 1926, a guy named Henry Ford announced an 8-hour, 5-day work week. He
Mm-hmm.
was kind of the first one to
I remember
spearhead that movement for a big company.
I wonder what it was before that.
Should have looked that up. I really should have.
It's all I've ever
that. Longer
known.
hours.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
I think it was 12 hours a day.
More days too.
Yeah.
So he
12,
implemented the
6,
shift.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Interesting.
can thank Henry Ford for that.
Didn't know that. That's good to know.
And on this day, 1965, I saw this one yesterday. I was like, wow, this is pretty impressive. 60-year-old Satchel Paige of the Kansas City Athletics pitched 3 scoreless innings.
Oh my gosh.
60 years old out there, mowing down guys and throwing scoreless innings.
Wow.
So.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, we got a lot of national and world days today. Today's World Dream Day, Hug a Vegetarian Day, Fitness Day, Better Breakfast Day, Binge Day, as in sit on the couch and binge some Netflix or a show or some movies or whatever you want to
I
do.
heard Parks and Recreation's going to be off of the streaming
Oh, really?
services by the end of next week, so binge
I-
it.
Binge that.
Yeah.
Because I honestly haven't got too far in that series, so I better get on it.
Yeah.
So. It's also Cooking Day, World Pharmacist Day, Love Note Day,
Aw.
One Hit Wonder Day, so you better play some one hit wonders today on
I'll
the radio
give you a
show.
one-hit wonder.
And Comic Book Day. So pretty good list of days today, I think. Didn't have too many random.
Stop in and say hi to Harry Webb and wish him happy Pharmacist Day today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's the United Way neighbor, I think, isn't he, guys?
He is,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
And great supporters.
We can hit both spots up today.
Why not?
Okay. Hey, we got an upcoming event to announce. Another golf outing.
Yeah.
The Rochester basketball golf outing will be held next Saturday, October 3rd at the Round Barn Golf Club. You can still register, it sounds like it.
Yep.
Tanner?
They're still looking for teams and sponsors.
Okay. Cost is $60 for a single player, or $225 if you got a group of 4. Registration's at 7:30 a.m. and they'll tee off at 9 a.m. They have plenty of time on the putting green.
Yeah, plenty of time to get warmed up, eat some breakfast, which will be provided.
That's nice. I like that. And looks like a silent auction. Whole sponsorships, as you mentioned, $100. There's some other sponsor packages. You can do some more sponsoring with the range of $250 to $1,000. So who do we contact if we want to participate in that?
Contact Abby Overmeyer, and her phone number is 574-270-8678. Excuse me. And I know checks can be mailed to the high school.
Okay.
So I forgot to add that one.
Okay.
So yeah, I've played in this before, and actually I'm planning to play next weekend. And I don't know how many years they've been doing this now. It's been a handful or so, and they always do a very good job. So it's fun to go out there and support not only the boys basketball team but the girls team as well. It's a combined
That's great. That's great.
tournament, so it's very neat.
Well, golf outings are one of the things you can actually accomplish.
And I think most of them have been pretty successful this year. You and I represented First Federal on Wednesday up at Swan Lake Golf Course and played the Cultivate Food Rescue Golf Classic, the 2nd annual. And I was really impressed up there with the turnout for their
I was too. Lots of golf carts up there.
There were. So yeah, I think
You had to play your ball carefully, Paul.
Yeah.
We did that. Yeah, we were right down the middle. I have my fingers crossed.
Okay. I was just gonna let them all believe that. So.
Hey, we saw some neat pictures of the new Jeff Shriver Viking Room
Yeah.
at Tippecanoe Valley High School. What a great honor. Some of us at First Federal had a real pleasure working with Jeff with the Dave Ramsey financial curriculum for high schoolers. He was a big proponent and leader for the students in many, many ways. And we got to see that firsthand through that relationship with them, which we really enjoyed. And thought that was a neat thing to do, is to make that meeting room Jeff Shriver Viking Room. Very, very cool.
My
Great
favorite
family.
teacher in school.
That doesn't surprise me one bit. great leader. So we want to give flowers to all those involved with doing that. And I think the mural was painted by Mariah Kaminsky, which was really, really neat. Okay, money news. Bum, bum, bum. The Dow has had a rough week, down 670 points, or over 2% this week. It was up a little yesterday, so maybe traders want to get some good feelings going in before the weekend. We'll see how it goes today. Overall, though, still had a really good run since March, so nothing too negative there at all. Probably some good times ahead still. There's not really many other places you can put money if you want to earn anything, so that's going to continue to affect the stock market, I think. And I saw the first presidential debates next Tuesday at 9 in Cleveland, Ohio. You want to have a COVID get-together or separate 6 feet apart and watch? No, I don't think there's going to be many viewing parties. I don't know.
I don't know, yeah.
So they're having 6 topics to encourage deep discussion of the leading issues facing the country. Tune in for that, Tanner.
Tuesday night, you said?
Yep, 9 o'clock.
Alright.
First of 3. And thinking of First Federal today, we'd love to see you at the bank today, whether you go through the drive-up and wave to us, or come in the lobby. You can come in now if you'd like to, with the mask on, and get your transactions taken care of. We'd love to help you with those things. You can also bank with us online at www.firstfederalbanking.com, or it's a similar experience with our mobile app that you can search for on your app store. Free to download and use. Depending, you can register at either place, use both. Both are free, so take control of your money, right, Tanner?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our ATM's always open if you want some cash, but you can also deposit cash and checks there. I didn't know if you knew that, Paul.
Yes.
You can do that 24/7. It's pretty nice.
Yep. That's how I cash my check every payday.
That's great. We are part of the Money Pass network. Tanner had a nice big sign for that we're going to be putting on our ATM. 32,000 surcharge-free ATMs for First Federal customers. MoneyPass.com if you want to find out where in the world those are, or you can download the free MoneyPass app. I think you'll find some in every community,
Yeah,
basically.
you should be able to.
Well, for a lot of different mortgage products, of course, that's a weird word, but it's a home loan. If you didn't know, I didn't know that for a long time. Plus, it's spelled funny. You ever
It
notice
is
that?
so funny.
Mortgage. We have a lot of loans for that. It's a real hot housing market right now. I just saw the August new home sales are 40% higher than last year. And that'd be
Wow.
newly constructed homes that are for sale. And then also existing home sales, like the kind you and I have, Tanner, is the best level we've seen since 2006.
That's great.
So we'd love to help you. Contact Ben Dalton or Stacy Wilson here in Rochester. Give you some more details. And if you open a new checking account, we've been talking about this for a while. What's the gift this week?
I call it a mini crock pot. I guess the technical name for it's slow cooker, but I call it crock pot. So.
Crock pot, I know what that.
It's a great time of year for that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, very nice one too.
Okay, maybe you could make something in yours and bring it into the bank for a little buffet.
You don't want me making it.
Okay, all right. Paul, did you use the meat clause yet that we got you?
I have not.
Okay, well, maybe this weekend.
That's this weekend, yes.
You can refer a friend and
Yeah.
get a crock pot.
I did that last week. I told everybody listening to go in and say, did I say?
We didn't have anyone yet.
Oh, something for that mini crock pot.
Because you got the meat clause.
Well, we'd love to have you follow us on social media. Tanner does a great job, and the First Federal family does a great job of putting up interesting things about what we're doing and about who we are. We love sharing with you, so we're on all the different channels. Check us out. Borrowers for our mortgage products must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927. And
This is legal.
moving up to the counter, Jenny Moriarty, Executive Director of Fulton County United Way.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Todd Van Sickel,
Good morning, Evan.
Campaign Chair.
Thank you for your time today. We appreciate it.
Hey, we're glad to have you. We get excited this time of year thinking about the United Way campaign coming around to all of our businesses.
Campaign's going to be a little bit different this year. With the COVID pandemic situation, there's a whole list of things we haven't been able to do, and out of respect for our clients and our recipients of the agencies, we want to respect the social distancing and follow the Centers for Disease Control, State of Indiana, and local health authority guidelines, and make sure that typically our campaign is ran as an in-person campaign. You know, we go out and call on businesses and try to have presentations for those businesses to their employees to give them a chance to make a payroll deduction for our campaign.
That's the main way of that this campaign works.
Yeah, that's the
in
main way.
past?
We're going to change it this year and do a virtual campaign. And
Sounds fun.
part of the virtual campaign, we want to thank WRI for one. They're going to help us out with some public service announcements during the whole next month.
Good
Jenny
job,
will
Paul.
be in giving some updates. Yeah, thank you, Paul.
I had no part in that. that one was Tyson.
You need to execute on it though. Let's do this.
I will be executing, but yes, Tyson set that all up.
Also,
That's
we want to
great.
thank RTC because they're preparing a campaign video for us this year. That what we'll do, instead of going out in person to the employers in the community, is send them a link to a video. They can show the video to their employees. We'll have the supplies there, like pledge cards and things like that, so they can make employee payroll deduction contributions, and hopefully maybe get a little bit more exposure with the video as opposed to going out and being in person. So that's kind of what we've changed this year.
Everything you read about, even just marketing these days, video is something people are interested in watching. I expect you get a pretty good response with that. Now, Todd, we probably have some listeners that maybe they don't know what these contributions actually go towards. What's the Fulton County United Way mission? What are we doing here with contributions? What are we supporting?
Well, the mission basically is to improve the quality of life in Fulton County by helping to gather and efficiently distribute resources. I'll let Jenny talk about the specific uses.
Well, we have right now 12 agencies we support. We added, I think, one last year. So I can run through those real quick. Council of Aging, CASA, Court Appointed Special Advocate, Fulton County Animal Shelter, Gradway, Helping Hands, Manitou Training Center, Pack a Backpack, RSVP, Salvation Army, United Ministries, and then it's Akron, Mentone, Flyer Time Bulldog Buddies, and then Bare Necessities is one of the new ones. So we kind of cover every aspect in our
That's
community.
a lot of agencies,
It is,
Jenny.
and it's from helping kids at school to the animal shelter, to at Council of Aging, to help at the community center. It's just a wide range of areas that are covered. So we're really proud of that, and we have in the past with these dollars too been able to help the schools with grants. All the local schools in our community have received over $10,000 from us in the past.
Wow.
It's been a few years now, but so it's just something they've been able to use with reading interventions. So we're really excited because that's why we always push the campaign. There's other grants we can go after. United Way, the larger our campaign is, that we can give more money back to our communities. So it's kind of another thing that's one of our big drives too, so that we're able to access more money to help those in need.
So as much as things have changed in 2020, there still are critical and important community needs that our citizens have. So that's why we're still doing the campaign, doing it in a virtual way. We've unfortunately postponed, like a lot of things have, many of our events, like our kickoff, our community lunch, our day of caring, the Red Hot Chili Run. But we'll be back bigger and better with that next year, hopefully,
Yes.
in our Schnabeltier wine walk. But we want to make sure that we have an opportunity to let the community know that we're still out there, that there still are great community needs that we have, and that's why we're doing the virtual campaign this year.
We're speaking with Jenny Moriarty, Executive Director of Fulton County United Way, and Todd Van Sickel, Board Member of Fulton County United Way, and our campaign chair again this year. So you mentioned some of the local community needs. Are these agencies having unique needs too? Have they been affected by COVID in any way?
Yes, they have been. Why don't you share like what CASA, for example?
Yes. Oh, several. After talking with Sherry with CASA, a lot of their funds come in through intakes and stuff, and with not being at the school, there's a lot of things that they're not seeing or being made aware of from teachers. So it's affecting them, which in the long run affects their budget because that's how they get their funding. But we at United Way have been extremely blessed. We actually received a $125,000 grant from the Lilly Endowment and
Wow.
Indiana
That
United
is
Way
incredible.
Association.
That's awesome.
We worked with Brian Johnson, the Community Foundation, and partnered together, and we're able to get that. So we've had that fund that we've probably since about July been able to disperse to agencies. So we're helping those agencies that are in return helping those that, you know, with utility bills and rent assistance and things like that,
And is that kind of COVID specific
Yes,
type
it's-
needs? Well, that's
yep. It
outstanding.
is specific to COVID, and we've had other, First Source Bank has donated, some funds as well, so we've also had a lot of people from the community help support different areas, but that $125,000 grant has been huge for us to be able to give funds to, United Ministries and just, you know, letting us know how they spent the funds and being able to pay some bills. Internet bill, that's the big one, you know?
Everything's virtual now.
Yes.
So we have our normal agency needs that are going on, day-to-day operational things that they need, but also COVID-19 has given us unique circumstances, and there's approximately $60,000 of that grant left.
Yes, yes.
And we want to thank the foundation for really kind of steering us that way and helping us out with that.
They were
And
huge.
thank you,
help.
Brian Johnson. And how does somebody make application for that?
For this application for that ERI grant, what we call it, again, it's for non-for-profit business.
Okay.
They can go to the Community Foundation website under the grant application and choose Fulton County, and it's set in there. So
Excellent.
any organization that would like to apply, feel free to do it. We definitely want to be able to get this money out.
If you're a charity with some COVID needs, get that in.
Yes.
So
Money
last year our community was very generous and pledged and donated about $95,000 for the 12 agencies that we talked about a little bit earlier. Thinking about COVID-19, we're thinking, where do we go in this year for our campaign? We're still shooting for $100,000 again because the needs still exist. So that's why if you donated in the past to Fulton County United Way, we want you to consider that again. There'll be letters going out to supporters and to the local companies. If you want to run a campaign and we haven't reached out to you, contact Jenny or myself, 722 Main Street. United Way phone number is 223-8929, or contact Todd and Sickel at the bank. We'd be happy to get that for you. We want to give your employees the opportunity to contribute to payroll deduction. That's really kind of the backbone support of the United Way. It comes from each individual citizen. They total up $100,000.
Wow, that's great.
Where we contribute to the agencies.
And payroll deduction, that's pretty easy.
Yep.
Yes.
You don't have to, you make the choice and get it set up, you don't have to think about it.
Yes.
So if a company's not running a campaign this year, what could an individual do? How can they get involved with donating on their own?
Contact Jenny or myself or
Okay.
United Way, and we'll make arrangements with you personally through checks or work with your employer to get payroll deduction if they have that. So we want to be flexible and do whatever you need to help you continue to support your community. And our community has been very generous, and we're very thankful for that. And 2020 is an unusual year, as we all know, but the needs still exist. And
It's great.
we ask for your consideration and help us out and help the citizens and the agencies out this year.
We want to thank you guys so much for making a little pivot and still making a campaign possible so
Yes.
that these agencies can have funding this year to help our local neighbors and friends. And what you do is incredible. It makes a big impact. We appreciate both of you
Yes,
for the
thank
role
you.
that you play in it, and the board, and then also all the donors in the community that faithfully donate to this great cause. And kind of neat, you guys are, you gather the money efficiently and then you distribute efficiently. It makes it pretty nice.
Thank you. The need is great, and even greater like this year, as Jenny said, with our world situation going on. And we ask for your consideration and to help out our citizens in our community through United Way.
Jenny and Todd, thank you so much for
Thank
joining us
you.
this morning.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, Gail Sayers from the Chicago Bears passed away. What was his nickname? Sweetness, the Fridge, or the Kansas Comet?
I'm gonna go to Kansas Comet.
It was too easy, Tanner.
I know.
The Kansas Comet. He actually went to college at the University of Kansas.
Jayhawk.
Not a lot of pro football players have come through that program.
Not too many.
In recent memory, there's a few, but who was Sweetness, Paul?
I don't know.
Walter Payton.
Okay.
Number 34.
And the Fridge?
I can see him.
William Perry.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll get you on the Bears bandwagon someday.
No,
We're working on it.
I'll jump on the Bears bandwagon as soon as you jump on the Browns bandwagon.
Ooh.
That does bring a little perspective into it. Thank you, Paul. Okay, our words of wisdom for this morning. This kind of goes along with the United Way theme. Real generosity towards the future lies in giving all to the present. This is the French philosopher Albert Camus.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great week.
Thanks. We'll see you
Thank
guys
you.
next week.
All right.